Ghana and Nigeria, I have questions for you. If you look at the African map, you realize that there is Togo and Benin between Ghana and Nigeria. But why these two countries keep behaving as if Togo and Benin does not exist? Why? Why? Even Cameroon, that is so close to Nigeria, Nigerians don't behave like that to Cameroons. What is your problem with Ghana? Or Ghana, what is your problem with Nigeria? You guys must tell us now. What your problem is, you won't let Africans sleep. Why?
Yeah, I'll give you some more my own experience between Nigerians and Ghana. Yes. The problem Nigerians and Ghana are having, Nigerians who taking that big problem, it's not Ghana. Nigerians, they are taking it upon themselves. Nigeria, they try to see themselves as an Africa world power. That's how Nigerians see themselves. Then they forgot that the country that colonizing Nigeria, the UK. But do you know that Nigeria is bigger than UK? But the UK is a small country. But Nigeria is bigger than UK. But now UK colonized Ghana. The same Nigerian forgot that they call Ghana small. But the country that colonize you, you get independent from them as small. You just want to narrate Ghana because Ghana is Africa. You can see that. And because of the Ghana also senior Nigeria. That is the problem they are having. They are having. Nigerians just take that problem upon themselves. Ghana don't have any problem with Nigerians. It's Nigerian always come for Ghana. For I don't know, maybe you may understand. You can leave it on the comment section. My own observation, no. Understand? Populations, nothing. Population is nothing because when you are talking about populations, India is there. India, China is bigger also than in the whole world. China is the most population, but China is the and US. Talk about Russia and other places. Why in Africa, Ghana is like a US and UK because Ghana get independent before Nigerians. Now mean that Ghana open African eyes. Understand? Now Ghana is African power. As for now. Population. When any Nigerian do something wrong and you want to correct them, they are always have one particular excuse to escape with. This particular excuse go like this. And population about 200 million people. People with 200 million people. How can you? There must be a lot of. But you forgot that we have China. China is the most population in all over around the world. When you are talking about China, you are also talking about India with the number of populations. Then what about you? Is that an excuse? Is that one excuse? They always use this excuse. No, you can't be using this excuse. India, they suffer. They suffer well. But Nigerians still go there, they still identify them. Nigerians still go India and do bad things. They identify them in India. They still identify Nigerians in China when they do something wrong. Ask yourself, why are they identify them, know them that they are Nigerian with their populations? Why you no go enter them and just lost? But in their populations, when Nigerians do something, India will still identify them. Do you think about that one? Always see people claiming we are smart. Foolishness, smartness. Listening why people know they like to accommodate Nigerians. I always play this video for now, but let me replay this video again.
If you go to Congo, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. If you go to Zimbabwe and Zambia, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. In fact, even a country that is close to Nigeria as Ghana have a problem with the Nigerians. There is a problem, there is a general trait that Nigerians have. There's unnecessary aggression that other people don't find comfortable.
Why do you think there's seemingly an influx of Nigerians in most African countries?
Because their country, I think because of the terrorism effect that is going on in their country, and again because of the bulging population and the high rate of unemployment, so they are operating like Chinese. They are finding a way they can deposit their population. Unfortunately, they are depositing themselves with their Nigerian cultures, which do not fit in us. Even in Nairobi here, when you go to Kilimani here, we always see Nigerians opening, wanafungua bunduki, wanataka kupigana na the Kenyans. Those kind of things we have to make sure that they stop. If you go to Donholm, they are doing very crazy things with our ladies, and those are the things that in fact, even this week on Sunday, the police arrested 3 people. Some of them were Nigerians with fake money. M-Pesa, they are hacking into our M-Pesa. They are having fake money, illegal trade that are done by these guys. We are only asking Nigerians and other foreigners in our country that let them live within the norms and traditions of the people of that host.
Why people are not okay to be with Nigeria? What do we do? It's not about African alone. It's beyond African. It's beyond control. People, foreigner, are coming out and complaining about it. Yes, of course. You know it. But some of people will still pretend to make it look like no. Some people will come out and say that, oh, you are preaching hateless. But you know it already. What?
Yeah, Niger, how are you? I'm speaking from US, New York. I was watching your video, which you was asking why Nigeria, Ghana fought for Africa. You need Fela Kuti salutes. I think I was watching this, and I think there was a question you was asking that time Kwame Nkrumah was there. Who was the president of Nigeria at that time? The president was Tafawa Balewa. If you heard his name, Tafawa Balewa was the president that time. Nkrumah, helped Nigeria to fight for independence. That was Tafawa Balewa. Just, remind you for that. Anyway, I watch your program. It's very nice, educating. Nigerians, as you are saying, they don't know their history, and also it seems like it's hatred, like enviness. Nigeria, they think they are big and they have bigger population. So due to this, they don't respect Ghana. And as always, I watch you. You know me. I watch you many times. Things you bring on your screen and share your views and all this thing. I always listen to you. I know you have a love. You have love for Ghana. Always as I see you, I can see from your eyes and your throat. When you are saying, you say something that you have a full love for Ghana. That's how you're supposed to be, or that's how you're supposed to go. But I don't know why some of Nigerians, hate Ghana, and we Ghanaians too. I don't understand that. It doesn't matter, population is a number. If you are big, you have a big population. Doesn't mean that you have everything, that you have your knowledge is more than maybe small country that they know much more than you. You don't think that way. If somebody knows something, just accept that. Somebody knows something more than you, accept that, and praise that person or praise that group which they have that knowledge more than you. It doesn't matter that Nigeria is big. You call yourself giant of Africa. If you're a giant, remember David and Goliath. Goliath was a giant, but you see David, small David, killed Goliath. So that means there's power past power. It doesn't mean you're big as you are big. A small thing, minor thing can destroy you or will let you down. So don't boast that you are big, you have big population. That like I said, population is a number. Don't count yourself that you are big or you are that and that. But look there, this and there, all the investment on all this, which they used to be there in Nigeria. Now all of them have moved out from Nigeria. They go many places, many countries in Africa. Some move to Ghana. What's the reason? Because of what you are what you are doing in that country. That criminal takeover and all this whatever the name you call it. Because of that, a lot of investors move from Nigeria. Why? So there's things sometimes we consider. Don't think that you are big or you have big population. What about India? India, you see, India population is almost China, bigger than Europe, bigger than even America. And so look, American prosperity. India, they can near American prosperity, and even Europe, like Britain and Canada and all this. But India population is bigger. It's 1 point something billion, close to China. Imagine this. Why India, they don't boast that they have big population, they can beat American with economy and with everything. But look, America beat all these countries. This India population, American beat them. Even China, 2 point something billion, still American beat India, beat China. So population is just a number. Don't boast with your population, and if you boast, that if you are boasting, it means that you can take care of other countries too. Whereby even you can't take care of your own people. The poverty standard, living standard and everything. Still, you see Ghana compared to Ghana. Anyway, we are not big population, but compared to Ghana, Nigeria compared to Ghana, how many Nigerians live in Ghana? A lot of them live there. What I know is more than almost 15 million Nigerians live in Ghana. Why do you run to Ghana? You don't stay in Nigeria. As a giant of Africa, you have everything. Why you don't live there? We don't hate Nigerians. Ghanaians don't hate Nigerians. What we hate is the bad things some people are doing in Ghana. That's what we hate. It's not good that you guys come there for living sake. That's why you come there. You come to find a shelter. Come and find a better place to a peaceful place to stay. But when you come there, you don't do what the citizens are doing. You come there to do something awful. Killings, kidnapping, wayo, you doing computer scamming and all this. If like you live as we Ghanaians live in Ghana, there won't be any quarreling, or there won't be anything against you guys. So what I'm saying, I'm pleading to you Nigerians living in Ghana, please. I know some people living there peaceful. Some people, they care about their business. They don't do bad things. But some people who are doing bad things, I'm pleading to you, stop that. The bad things you are doing in Ghana there. If you want to live there in peace, live there and mind your business. What we don't want is, what some people are doing, quarreling, and also, doing bad things there. Anyway, I'll leave you in this message. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now we are taking the last one. If you want to be part, you know how you can reach out to me. Now we are taking the last one. Stay tuned.
My friend Mr. Manager, good evening. Happy New Year to have happy New Year, good life, healthy life, prosperity, everything. Yeah, I saw your video today. Today is on the 6th of January 2024. I've seen your video where you are asking the question about why the African unity failed. Yeah. Nkrumah proposed it. Nigeria was against it. Yeah, they formed different groups. They were jealous and they were suspicious. They didn't like it. Nigeria always felt proud that maybe small country, and because Nkrumah was coming to be the leader anyway, he brought the proposal. He had the ideas, he had the intelligence, he had everything. So they didn't accept that. So the whole thing, they broke up into camps. And so, yeah, Nigeria was opposed it because they didn't like Nkrumah to become the leader. They had so many things. They so many. So what you're saying all is true. You see what I mean? So Nigerians, it's jealousy. So jealousy bring hatred because anybody who jealous is you hates you because he thinks you are greater, you are better than him or her. So there's no reason for hatred. Hatred comes because of jealousy. You see what I mean? Hatred comes because of jealousy. Anybody who hates you, you haven't done anything. And under these circumstances, what have Ghanaians done? Nigeria felt they are too big and just jealousy. So you look at this video and maybe you view it later. I will bring you it broke into so many camps. I think it came, the Liberia camp came, Nigeria camp was separate, and so they came to different camps. Even Egypt was supporting Nkrumah. And these are some of the reasons why Nkrumah got married to, I think, Prime Minister of Egypt. That's why he married to Egypt, because people admired him. They accepted his proposals. They knew that he was a person with a vision. So the jealousy didn't come from even Egypt or maybe the Arab African countries, but it came from Nigeria. That brought the whole thing. And you asked a question about if African can get united. Mr. Manager, I don't think Ghanaians will accept it because Nigerians now, we know them already. We know Nigerian criminality. Apart from their population that is too huge, look at 250 million. United Nations have already said, me, I've been doing that research. I'm in Europe, I've been doing this research, and I'm an academic. I've been to university first, second time, even going to the third time. I attended all my school here. In Ghana, I was in the army. In the army, I started army training at the age of 16, which is very also dynamic. It's always knowledge, learning. So Nigeria will be around 500 million by the year 2050. And the United Nations are asking where is Nigerians going to stay. So you see, so now, as that time, Nigerians didn't agree, and they opposed Nkrumah, jealous him, opposed him, hated him. They actually they didn't hate him in the face. Nkrumah went there so many times. There are videos that show Nkrumah went there 1, 2, 3 times to educate them about politics. Before the independence, he led them, he helped them. He sent Ghanaian soldiers even there to fight. You see what I mean? So now that Ghanaians have gotten to know Nigerians with this hatred. Already they are committing crimes. You know it. Armed robbery, ritual killings, everything. You see, most of them don't know how to go about. It's this president, this sitting president, who brought that ECOWAS go ahead, because otherwise the agreement was suspended because it wasn't going through. Look at 1975 till this time, 2017. So the Nigerians just tricked him. You see what I mean? And I told you that this president, now sitting president, his daughters, I think two of them are Nigerians. They are of Nigerian mothers. People don't know that. I think you know it. I've spoken to you about this already. So this president is the one who brought it. Ghanaians don't want Nigerians to be part of them. They don't hate the Nigerians, but as you have said, because of the Nigerians' illiteracy and their insults, that's why Ghanaians don't want to be with them. You see what I mean? Now, if Ghanaians get a chance, they would leave the ECOWAS. I hope you know that. So the African unity thing, African unity, I don't have, because African countries, I don't know how they will come together to do that. You see what I mean? But people can stay in their own countries, control their own borders. That's what I think to happen. That's what we can do. So when I come to Ghana, that's what I will propose. Because if we come like African unity, I don't know how that will happen. And even the ECOWAS, look at how criminal activities are going on. And if Nigerian population take over the whole Ghana, where will be Ghana? You see, there was deportation in 1969, something they call Aliens Compliance Order by one prime minister. After Nkrumah, it was military government. Then somebody came called Dr. Buzia. He brought about the African unity, Aliens Compliance Order, because people were complaining. Even during Nkrumah's time, people were complaining that foreigners were taking over the country, they were committing crimes, and most of the foreigners were Nigerians. If Ghanaians talk of foreigners, it's more racist than Nigerians. And so that deportation came over. Nkrumah did pass the law before he was overthrown. Because at first he didn't mind, because he thought we are all Africans. He wanted African unity. But the same Nigerians that Ghanaians were complaining about, even in those days, it's always Nigerians are causing problems. But I don't think the African unity will. You know, they can do something. OAU is there. People will control their borders, but there is something like having one military to defend ourselves. Even one currency will help. But I don't think that Ghanaians will allow Nigerians to be part, like Ghana becoming Nigerian state, or maybe something that there's to be open borders. I don't know, maybe not in my lifetime. Because Ghanaians are not going to agree because of Nigerians, their own behaviors and their own attitudes. So the video I've sent you is a video that will let you know how the African unity failed. But I'll find another video too, because there are many videos to that. Nigerians broke themselves to different camps. There was Casablanca meeting, there was, I think, Morocco, and many things. I've followed that story a long time now. But Nigerians were the first people to oppose. And so they divided themselves into camps, and they suspected, they didn't like Nkrumah to lead just because of hatred, jealousy. But Nkrumah was the one who, did a lot for Nigeria to gain independence. He went there about 3 times in Nigeria. I will send you the video later. So carry on doing the good job you're doing. But I don't think Ghanaians would like Nigeria to become. In fact, for me, and for me not, I know you're a good person, but for me, I want Ghanaians to stay in their place and they cancel their ECOWAS. And the good Nigerians like you who are in Ghana will be there. You can come to Ghana, but you can't stay there unless you go for visa and establish yourself, not just moving and coming. And I would like the police to be given power by Parliament to be able to control Nigerians in Ghana who don't have papers and send them back. So if the Ghanaians in Nigeria who don't have papers, they have to send it back. Because after all, when you go to somebody's country, you have to have papers. If you don't have papers, so what are you doing there? Are you killing people? Are you stealing, doing armed robbery? So that's not a bad thing. But it's African unity, I don't know. The Africans who are going to take interest. Because when you talk of Africa, you should not forget that Egypt is part of it, Tunisia is part of it, Morocco is part of all these Arab countries. Are they coming to join up? How is that going to be? You see, Nkrumah was the person who had the vision to do that, but it didn't come on. I think it's not supposed to come. But Nigerians were the first people to post it. I mean, when you when you watch this video, you see some of the things that happened. I will send you further videos to let you know everything. Thank you.
Thank everyone. My name is Master Manager Nigerians. I thank all of you for your supporting, subscribing, comment, anything at all you are doing. Just want to appreciate you. That is it. Thank you.